the countdown has started and he's ready to blow. He's got the dope sounds bumping and his stereo. That's fast, putting on a show. Don't wanna get yourself together, there's no time to rest. And if you put the time in, he'll put you to the test. He's like a running man, in his world more is less. And if you wanna test him, best bring your best. Don't make me spell it out, bring your best. In this world, where life is strong. In this world, life's an open book. In this world, where compromise does not exist. In his world of rules, every step meets the rest. In this world, where one is all. In this world, never fear the fall. In this world, where compromise does not exist. His world of rules, every step meets the rest. Running it back again, well, what'd you expect? Coming out to win 10 out of 10. Got a real rough pass. Minds up his liberty and straps on his shoes. Cause he's the best there ever was. Haven't you heard the news? Intergalactic continental champ, running things. Hyperactive, instrumental in pulling strings. He is the one who understands when the tides will swing. So he's breaking down doors, never far away. Come on and psych yourself up, cause it's time to play. Bounce to the beats and the rhymes, cause they're here to stay. The one and only marathon man, living the day. Rolling up, coming fast, and they'll blow you away. Because the pressures of this world, they can take their toll. And it's tough to get away when they take a hold. The only way to break free is to break the mold. You can't stop now, rock and load. Don't stop now, come on, rock and roll. In this world, gotta make your own where life is strong. In this world, life is just a game you play. Life's an open book. In this world, where compromise does not exist. His world of rules, every step meets the rest. In this world, gotta make your own where one is all. In this world, life is just a game you play. Never fear the fall. In this world, where compromise does not exist. His world of rules, every step meets the rest. Like the fuse on his rocket and he's ready to go. Cause now the countdown has started and it's ready to blow. Intergalactic continental champ, running things. Hyperactive, instrumental in pulling strings. Never fear the fall. The only way to break free is to break the mold. You can't stop now, rock and roll. I said you can't stop now, rock and roll. Don't stop now, come on and rock and roll.
Watch out, or I'll dust ya.
She is Sunny, so shake your booty. Coming up with this, she's gonna be quiet. Gonna slap you and cause havoc. She is Sunny, she's fucking groovy. From the forest to your screen, gonna make you wash, she's looking clean. Show beauty, beauty. Looking for action, looking for lust. Shrinks you down if you land the crevasse. She is Dooney, Dooney. She's here to boogie, boogie. With a big old gang, she could do no wrong. You bet your wrist, this is her theme song.
On the beat.
We have the boy, Renee, absolute cutie.
Ta-da! We have returned. We have a fierce and the Maya. Oh.
Hi.
Hello. It's been a couple months, so how have you two been doing since then?
Been doing alright. Just going through the holidays and then trying to find a time back at, just to jump back into doing things again has been kind of hectic on my end. But I'm finally back. And I'm finally making time for things again.
Yeah,
So
I'm happy
pretty
to
happy
have.
about that.
I'm
let
happy
me
to
get
have
the
my
switch back.
Trixie back after the mean old Sora was holding her hostage for so long.
They were holding me hostage. Tell everybody. Tell the color guard. Tell the Coast
Color
Guard.
guard?
I meant the Coast Guard.
Yeah, those guys with the flags and the fake rifles in high school?
Yeah. Oops.
What would that benefit?
They could signal somebody for help.
I bet. Hope you're doing well.
Dooney, can you do me a big favor?
Okay.
Go into OBS, move my character to the other side of the table so that we're symmetrical.
Please.
Pretty please.
Alright. Like that.
Yes. Next time that you move me, and you don't have to do it again, obviously, but the next time that you move me, please make sure that you make me hop up and down like I'm stepping across the stage. Thank you. Just like that. Just like that. Wonderful. Wait. Let me come back. Let me come back.
But I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
I'm back.
Mwah.
Oh my.
No.
Thank you for the lovely
No
introduction,
problem.
Dooney.
Hey, Yen. Alright, so I guess we should just get right into it.
Sounds
So,
good to me.
Last time, we had a bit of like a stressful encounter with Robin and Johan as Robin tried to like run away. Fierce went back in time, question mark, / went through Hanban's memories, became Hanban, had a crisis, found out some information about Maribel, got out of crisis, went back to just like consciousness, Chomper, came by, did a Courage the Cowardly Dog impression. Fierce didn't understand it.
Cute.
And then just like Robin running away notices like a familiar figure that she can't quite put her finger on, but she decided, you know what? I'm in dire straits, I might as well just like call for him. So she did, and you know, this mysterious figure is her father, quote unquote. And when he saw her, he was just like, oh shit, that's my daughter, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And so he got on this boat and went straight to Robin. Meanwhile,
which was about
like,
how far away from him?
I want to
how
say
far was?
maybe 20, 30 feet away, maybe further away. It's been a bit.
I think it was around like 90 feet away. It was pretty far out. It took him like 2 turns to get to me.
Yeah, that seems right. Also, thank you for the hydrate, Pocket Knight. Much appreciated. But then just like, Johan decided to be a bitch-ass motherfucker, and was just like, what if I just like nearly kill you with a meteor from the volcano? That's
Which was very, very far away, mind you.
You was still able to do it. It still did a lot of damage. You got Yamchud.
I got Yamcha, but I was able to crawl my way.
And then Fierce came in to the rescue, and they basically like princess carried you onto the boat, and you guys managed to escape as Johan had his little temper tantrum. But that's not important right now.
I mean, Robin is a princess, isn't she?
She is.
Yeah.
That's gonna be something we're gonna delve more into in this session. You guys went to like a secret hideout cave place, and you Robin's dad basically. I forget. Did we give Robin's dad a name? I don't remember.
I believe we did. I sent it to you through a DM. Just let's type in Robin.
Dad?
Or we can look for Dad, yeah. Robin sees her dad. Let me see.
While you're looking for that, basically you two just he explained his side of the story and whatnot, and like what he was going for, and Robin explained that she had amnesia, or she didn't quite remember things, so and then at some point, I think you guys agreed that let's go to Rafonda, so to see if I can learn more about myself. And
yeah,
and then you guys met up with the Crown Prince Tylus, who was waiting for you guys, and basically got there is a nerf per the staff that's in the fire region.
Oh, I finally figured out. We never gave him a name. I left that up to you.
I see.
We were gonna discuss
we
that
forgot
later.
to. Okay. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. For now, I'll just refer to him as Robin's dad. But yeah, there's a nerf per the staff in the fire region, but you guys will be taking care of that later, as you guys will be going to Rafonda to figure things out about or specifically Robin discovering more about herself while she's over there. And I think that's basically it for the recap. You guys are gonna be... So, let's see. I don't think we had you rest, last time, so you guys can...
No, not yet.
Go rest when you can, because tomorrow you guys are going out on your trip. It's gonna take about 3 days, just as a heads up, to get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, again, Robin is still hurting. She doesn't really... They basically got out of battle, and she's...
Yeah, that's why...
Hardly had time to recoup.
Like, it's gonna be tomorrow, and not now. Because, yeah, I imagine you're pretty ill after that encounter.
Yeah.
One thing real quick, before we continue. I feel so silly. I never wrote down, the handsome boy adventurer's name.
Handsome.
And is he's still
Are
he's
we
still
talking
with me, right?
about the one who's also an Arcanist? Yeah, his name is Kira.
Yeah, I wrote down the name Jarek.
Kira.
Okay, who's Jarek?
Good
Hero.
question. Next question. Jarek. Oh, Jarek was...
Jarek
Jarek was the brother that you guys decapitated of Claire.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so he is unimportant now. I can just go ahead and take that name away. Okay. So I'll keep Kiro right
Imagine
here,
if you
though.
still had
he
that.
Is important.
Yeah.
All this time.
Hey, you know, Jarek...
I don't
you
think
don't.
we do.
You don't. Yeah, you used it.
Didn't I use...
We
used it. Yeah.
We dropped Jarek's head while he was ahead, you know.
Yeah, okay. Okay. But yeah, that's the handsome Arcanist. He's still here,
he's still
right?
with you. You two are technically part of a team now,
Okay, it's
so...
just I know...
He's gonna follow you wherever you
know
go.
That we hadn't brought him up in
Plus,
a minute.
there's another tower. There's a gate tower
Nah.
over in Raflanda, so he's gonna want to go over there.
Excellent. Okay, and I'm fine. He can follow us. He's allowed. I give him permission.
Give you permission.
Yeah, if there's anything you guys want to do, like before you go out, feel free to get that taken care of.
Okay. I think for right now, Robin is gonna try and do her best to catch up, but other than getting a meal, she's not really interested in doing too much after that.
I'm just imagining just like Robin just limping everywhere.
My everything
she has
hurts.
very adorable cat eyes as she's going through all this, and Fierce is just like their heart.
Robin can also hear the cats passing by on the rooftops and on the alleyways, just like, hey, what'd you eat today? I don't know, I just had this big fish this person so enticingly gave to me. They were such a sucker. When she's just like rolling her eyes. The cats are gossiping again.
Man. Wait, have you heard about the Peeping Tom here? Yeah, like, I hear they're still on the loose somewhere. Wonder if anyone's ever gonna do anything about them. Give it time.
Robin just kind of weakly says, "Do you know where the last you heard of them was at?"
The last thing we heard about them were they start screaming jackpot after they left what seemed to be like a sauna. As they rushed into an alleyway, never to be seen again.
Sounds about right. Well, I'll find out some other way that they'll probably show up again, knowing them, the Peeping Tom they are.
Oh, most definitely.
You don't find it weird that I understand you?
The cat just tilts her head like, no. I mean, I guess it's weird that you're the first Lucretia to, well, not the first Lucretia, but one of the very few that can speak to us. So, it's more of a...
Oh?
It's more of like
You've spoken with another Lucretia?
Yeah, well, we have. Yeah, you know, very pretty lady, white hair, black dress.
Wait. That's my mistress.
Oh, is her name would happen to be Maribel by chance, would it?
Yeah, that's her.
Robin,
did you see her?
Why are you talking to cats?
Robin just looks up at the earth and just goes, meow, meow, meow. Oh, wait, that's right. You don't speak cat. Give me a second. And then she continues to speak to the cats and looks back at the earth and is just like, they say they actually were able to speak with my mistress.
Oh. I guess all feline kind know each other. Well, alright then. At any rate, I guess I'll let you continue your conversation.
Oh, well, I can understand them just fine. Don't worry, it's nothing weird. It's actually very reliable information. Cats usually have a network thing going on because they're just, very connected in the city. So, give me a few minutes. We can find out what information we need.
Mm-hmm.
Robin turns back to the cats and asks them when was last time they actually saw Mirabelle.
And one of the cats will turn to the other cat like, hey, let's see, how many days has it been since we last saw her? What was it, 10 days ago? 23 days ago, was it? I believe it was 23 days ago.
Wow, I'm amazed you can actually keep track of the time. Well, that's a lot longer than I thought it would be. That's, it's kind of a little
Yeah, it was something in the
disheartening,
20s. Something in the 20s amount of days.
Do you know which way she went? Did she leave the city to the mainland, or did she leave the city to through the ocean or through the water?
Let's see. So, if I recall something, she said something about going to the Forest of Artemis to check on something. Something about checking up on a dragon.
Forest of Artemis.
For reference, that's where the adventure began with you guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where we got Emov.
Yeah.
Thought so.
So we've known each other for about that long.
Yep.
That's what they're talking about. That's when our adventure began. And I was, well, not that long ago, I was still just like you both. I was the same form and everything.
Oh. Is that why you can understand this?
I guess? I had no idea I was a Lucretia until, well, less than a month ago. I thought I was just
Are
an
you sure
ordinary
you're
house
not an
cat.
ordinary house cat? That thinks she's a Lucretia?
That woman you're talking about actually confirmed it. I'm not. And I trust her.
Huh. Well, she didn't seem like a malicious type, so if you trust her, I trust her. Also, thank you, Renee.
I turned to Fear.
Yes,
turned to
hello,
Fear.
Renee, thank you.
I asked Fear, did you have any questions you wanted to ask our friends here? I can tell them anything you want. They're very
Throughout this whole
interconnected
time,
to the
you've
city.
just been hearing a back and forth of meow, meow, meow,
Meow, meow, meow, meow,
meow.
meow.
No, I can't say that I believe that I'd be able to benefit from any information a small furry creature would be able to give me. I apologize, but no, that's all right.
Okay, let me ask him this then for you. I turn around and I start meowing and I ask, where's the best place to eat based on your own sources?
They're just gonna the cats are gonna look at each other and come back at you just like kind of like a are you sure type of look.
Am I sure? There has to be some good tasting food that we could, a kitchen we can go and enjoy.
They're gonna look at each other. Back at you. I mean, we could. Yeah, just follow us. Just follow us. And the cats will lead you to a kitchen. I don't know if Fierce wants to follow or not.
No, I follow, but please describe what I'm following. Like, where are we going through the city? And because I'm obviously not just gonna step into a back room, a private kitchen or something like that, like with cats. I'm gonna question this, but I'd like to know exactly where we're going.
You see Robin just like kind of like following like the cats through the city and whatnot.
And you can see their tails matching, like they're turning the same way and whatnot as she follows them. Just like how their tips are curled up a little bit at the tip as they're just walking along, just talking to each other, and everyone's giving us a weird look, just like, what the heck is going on?
And just like, Fierce, you're trying to like keep up, just like kind of just like, making sure you're not getting in the way, making sure like, making sure you can still keep up.
I mean, I'm sure I can. I'm like 6 feet tall.
You weren't gonna lose them. And it gets to a point where it gets to a more quieter part of the port. Things like things are just like a little bit just like quiet, maybe a little too quiet. And until you manage to go to what's like it's kind of like an alleyway that leads to a small square, square-ish plot, about maybe, I don't know, like 10 feet. And you can see, you can see like what seems to be a green door with a big old window. And hanging out the window at the moment is a pie. As the cats will just kind of look up at this pie and then look at you, Robin, and be like, "Alright, there's your dinner."
I'm pretty sure this pie was set to cool off.
Oh. I mean, if you're worried about that, then we can wait here for a few minutes.
What if I just knock on the door?
If you knock on the door, they might get angry
there.
that you're trying to take their food. They tend to not like it when we do it for some reason.
Yeah, that's called stealing. This is somebody else's food, you sillies. Didn't Mirabelle tell you about stealing?
No, not really. She didn't really. She caught us at.
Oh my god.
She caught us at like a different time.
Why are we in a back alleyway, standing in front of the pie? And better question, why have I even followed here?
They said they could lead us somewhere to get food. Apparently, this is a regular spot they like going to.
Stray alley cats, and you trusted them.
Well,
they could have brought us to a giant dumpster, for all you know.
I'm not gonna lie, I was very
here.
tempted to bring you to a dumpster.
Well, yeah, apparently my instincts kind of got the best of me trusting cats like I was not that long ago. You know, old habits kind of die a little hard. But I still feel they have a great network on things. That's how me and Maribel used to talk and get information, was because of them. So usually we trusted them, and if they did something similar like this, Maribel would highly, highly give them a good talking and stern talking to, and teach them a better way of getting food. So this isn't.
I think I can understand that.
Yeah, this is kind of forgot this happens. So I thank the cats for taking me over here, but to not try and do this in the future for future repercussions that can happen. And I try and teach them how to find the best food that they can without hurting anybody in return. And if they're lucky enough, maybe they could actually be adopted and get free pie, you know?
I'm curious, how do you, like, show them just, like, do you just, like, teach them, hey, no stealing, whatnot, this is a place where you could probably get free food?
Yeah, I tell them which way, and then I knock on the door, and, I wait for the people to come out.
The ones with the pie hanging out?
Yeah.
After a while, you'll see just, like, an old, elderly, woman just kind of go out, like, yes, can I help you?
Hello there. I was led here by these two
Oh,
cuties
of course.
right here.
Of fucking course.
Hang on. They want to apologize. They didn't mean to. They're just really hungry. They think you have the best food, and I would like to say apologize for them on their behalf. And I give her 3 coins and reparations, and I just tell her all they want is a good home and a place to come back to and someone who loves them. So, can you find it in your heart to forgive them and maybe give them that place, because they really do enjoy your warmth and your love.
Can you roll me a persuade?
Okay, here we go. I need to pull this up. I didn't pull up my sheet yet. Watch this go horribly. Okay. What am I rolling?
So
a persuade?
Yeah.
Inspect and willpower. Or in...
She's just...
Okay,
I'm gonna say
that
it's
not successful? Can I try to roll? Alright, I interrupt the conversation. God, I hope I roll well. Come on.
You got critical success. So you get an opportunity.
Wonderful, because, Oh, wow! Great! Okay, so, that's wonderful, because I actually don't even have to make up my first lie then. So, okay, great. What happens is, I have intuition in my head, and I'm like, alright, that's an old... she's probably, and she's really lonely and sad. It doesn't look like there's any man in there either. But she does have a wedding ring on her finger still. She was married to someone. Ted. Wow. No, it was Ted, because actually I see, like, some kind of, like, embroidery, like, you know, those little, circle, what are those called that are, like, knitted and they're circular, and they have, like, a little thing written in it. It says, like, forever love you, Ted. So, I go up to one of the cats, and I'm like, did you just say your name is Ted? Holy crap!
and she's just like, Ted? What? How do you know that name?
Oh.
Well, I mean, no, I don't know it, actually, ma'am. My friend here, this woman, this beautiful woman right here, Robin, her name, actually, she was mentioning it to this cat right here, who says that his name is Ted, and he loves your cooking and your warmth so very much because he's drawn to you by this supernatural force, which I'm not too inclined to believe, because I'm not superstitious. However, it is quite interesting, because, I mean, my friend is not the one to just pull random names out of her hat like that.
No.
Sure is a coincidence, but if what you say is true, then... And she'll look at the cat that's apparently named Ted, which, honestly, is probably gonna be named Ted either way.
They look like a Ted. Ted.
Like, she'll look at Ted and just, like, go... It does get pretty lonely around here, like you said, and, you know... As this... Lucretia said, that, like... I guess I could find it in my heart to... house him. As long as they promise to stop stealing my food. And the cats are gonna shake nervously, like, we promise, we promise. And they're just like nodding their heads.
I just repeat what they say. I'm like, they promise, with their chinny chin chins.
And the old lady is gonna just sigh and just go, I guess I have a couple boys to take care of. she'll just like open the door for the cats, and the cats will come in. Like, thank you for that. I really appreciate that. I hope I don't end up. Hopefully this can last a while. And she'll look at the pie and then look at you, Robin. Like, you can go ahead and take it. I have others.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
if you insist. What kind of pie is it?
It's let's see. It's a apple pie.
Ooh.
With
Robin
some
likes
caramel
apple
thrown in
pies.
there.
Oh, okay. This is a big win.
All right, Dooney definitely rolled high on that one.
Yep.
Totally didn't make that up on the spot.
Robin asks if it can be cut so they can share it on the way to the inn with Firth.
She will be willing to do that and split the pie into two, for both Robin and Firth. You guys can take it with you on the way back to the inn as a little snack.
And I will do just that.
Half a pie, a little snack.
Yeah.
I ate like a piece of the pie and, save the rest for later today. So.
As I walk towards my gaggle of NPCs with this half a pie that I am holding with just one with a fork and about to put into my mouth, I put it back down into the container that I got it in. I sigh, and then I cut it into 3 pieces, and I offer them to my 2 NPC pals.
Yay! So the pie
Yay.
works out.
And then I get one. It's still pretty big because it's 1/3 of a half of a pie, but I'm clearly disgruntled as I take my meager one slice and I take it out 1 bite.
And as you're dipping in the pan, I take the other piece of pie that I have, break it in half, and give it to you because I know you're. I know you need a little bit more.
I have to carbo load. Thank you.
So the pie is completely gone by the time we get to the inn. So wow, I did not plan for this, so it all worked out.
Let's see. So the NPCs, I'm going to assume that you gave them are Emov and Kira. Fierce? Or is it Emov and Hanpan?
Oh no, I gave some to.
Yeah.
No, Hanpan's not eating. He doesn't need it. I gave some
Okay, alright.
to Kira.
That's what I thought, but I had to make
Kiro
sure.
And yeah, no, if Hanpan wanted something, he can say something. No, he's usually in my armor, asleep. He probably there are other things in my armor he could probably snack on anyway. Yeah, there you go.
Emov and Kira will happily just take it, and their eyes will have stars in them as they eat it. Emov is just taken back. It's just like, what has this been all my life? I mean, I know I was protecting a vault, but would have been nice if... And he's gonna shed a little bit of a tear.
I think somebody found a new thing they like, a favorite. Looks like you like
sweets, Emov.
Yeah. Would you like more caramel apple pie as we journey together? We could probably find some more.
Yes, that would be appreciated.
Caramel apple pie, one of Emov's favorite foods.
And Kiro's also gonna just really enjoy it. He's just gonna be like, I've had a lot of these, but this is probably one of the best I've ever had. Like, whoever that old lady was, she sure is a good cook.
No wonder the kiddies
Curious
like
as-
it. Go ahead.
Of course, I mean, free food especially, but it's curious as to why a widowed spinster would be constantly making pies for, well, no one.
She was probably
It was probably the one. Yeah,
gonna
go ahead.
say, well, she probably was waiting for someone to come by to notice it. But it from what you described it as, it seemed to be a pretty empty lot. And tucked in an alleyway too, so
It's free real estate. Lots.
Well, at least
Those
she
are-
won't be lonely anymore, and those cats don't have to stay home
Yeah.
any longer.
No, believe me. Once a cat finds a place to stay, it's theirs. They will not give it up as easily. So, I think in a way we more than just helped ourselves. We helped something else out for the future. So, I think that's a plus.
yeah.
Good work, Robin. Definitely wasn't expecting this kind of result from you meowing at cats.
To be fair, I wasn't either.
Yes, helping a cat gives you interesting results.
Indeed.
Foreshadowing.
And with that, they walk to the inn. And Robin wants to rejuvenize her body after being taken out by a meteor or by a volcanic rock over another continent away.
Alright. Unless you guys want to do anything else, we'll say that you guys rest in the inn for the night.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, Robin, what does Robin have dreams about?
What does Robin have dreams about? They don't make any sense. I'll say that. She dreams of a small girl who kind of has like the same hair she has on right now, but she never really thought it was her because her hair used to be like lavender purple. And now that she's seeing this dream, she's like, "Oh, is that supposed to be me?" It's just like she was always by herself. She was always like towered over by something, like shadows were chasing her. And she would always continuously fall, like through, like she'd get to a certain room and then she'd just fall, like there was no end in sight. And then she'd wake up before she hit the ground.
It does play out like that. However, when you were supposed to hit the ground, someone catches you.
Huh?
And it's a very familiar sight. Let me go get them. If I can find them. Because holy shit, it's a lot of tokens. There we go.
Take your time. It's okay.
Yeah, take your time.
I'll just put that there.
Mistress?
How are you holding up, Robin?
But this
Oh,
has
it
to be a
is. It
dream.
absolutely is. It absolutely is. I might have pulled some strings to be in here. However, so I'm not exactly part of the dream, if that makes any sense. I'm more so kind of an invader.
Well, oh. Will I remember this after I wake up?
I hope so. Either way, whether or not you remember this isn't going to be all that important, since I'm only here for one thing. I see you're going back to your people in Raflanda.
That is part of the plan, yes. To maybe know who I used to be.
Yes.
Is there something I should know?
I sense that a seal over there is gonna be broken soon.
So you're telling me this because I need to go over there?
Not necessarily need, just as more a warning. When you get over there, you're going to struggle with a fearsome foe.
She kind of like, her ears kind of like jot up. And she's just like, excuse me?
But knowing you, I'm sure you're more than capable of going through all that. You were able to take down Agra just fine.
But that was all by a huge fluke. I mean, everybody came together to stop her, not just me. And now we don't have as many people as we did before.
I noticed. However, however, you still have a fair few people. You have that dragon, which I'm glad he finally got out of his vault. He looked really lonely. Yeah, Emov.
Yeah, he's very distinguished, but he means well, and he has particular tastes, and we actually found out he really likes caramel apple pie
really
today.
Sweet. And that Kiro person, he looks pretty reliable, very handsome too.
I don't know too much about him, and I don't know who he is. But Firth trusts him, and if Firth trusts him, I'm willing to trust him.
You need to... The more people you can trust, the better your chances are. No.
Okay. I do have a question for you. Why did you never tell me you were a Lucretia as well?
I guess I was... Because I was worried that, you'd ask questions if you figured that out. So I just kind of told you that, I just said I was a witch and just, went on from there. And you never really questioned it. Because, wow. You thought you were a cat. So...
But that also leads me to my next question. I thought I was a cat because I didn't have any other memories. Did you take them away?
She will take a deep breath and whatnot. Kind of just, take a very deep breath as she gets a little bit more stern, a little bit more serious, and she's just gonna be like, yes, I did take them away from you.
Instead of questioning why, like, you know, she's had that question on her mind the whole time. And instead of saying that, she goes, what made you go to that decision?
And she'll turn to you. Yeah.
Me?
You helped me make that decision. Because you wanted me to do it.
Robin just kind of blinks a few times and just like, I asked you to do it? I don't see why I would do that to myself. Or how I could do that to myself. What would drive me to become the person I am now? I can't even ask myself that question.
There might be a way, but unfortunately I don't have a means of doing that right now.
Will I find the answer if I go to Raflanda?
More likely you will.
Well, it's not like my old memories are going to be flooding back to me. If anything, I don't feel they're ever going to come back. I essentially erased myself. I basically, in a way, I kind of killed myself with the way you're saying it.
If you want to look at that angle, then yes. Metaphorically, yes. I did try to talk you out of it, but you were very insistent on starting anew, as you put it.
Robin shakes her head and she's just like, I don't know who I was back then, but I'm pretty sure I would have disagreed with myself. But I probably need to see the bigger picture.
Yeah, but there's no reason to like not disagree. I mean, you might as well be a different person now than you probably were before. So your past self did something that you can't really make sense of. As we all have that issue. And she's gonna like kind of look a bit sad for a moment. In your case, it's especially that because, wow, your memories are gone. I do apologize for that. I could never really think of a good way to tell you. You seemed really happy.
No.
So...
If my past self made that choice, I can't go back and undo it. I just want to know why she did it in the first place. Maybe she wasn't strong enough. Maybe she thought it would probably be for the best, but maybe it's one way I can try to remember her. Without her doing that, I probably wouldn't be where I am now. But I will... I just need to find out more answers. And now that you're here and you're telling me this, it just gives me more questions. I thought I'd find more answers.
Unfortunately, I do have to get going, so any more questions are probably gonna have to be saved for another time.
I understand. And before she, kind of, sees whatever happens next, Robin basically says, "I'll always love you, mistress. Never forget that."
She will smile and kind of embrace you into a hug. I love you too. By the way, I noticed that your, the illusion I put on you got dispelled. Would you like me to put another on you? Or are you okay?
Robin sways her head back and forth, and she's just like, "I never told you that this was my favorite color.
She'll
I
smile.
think I'm good."
And kind of just like pat you on the head. Until next time, Robin. Now you can wake up.
And
then you wake up.
Robin has like a tear going down her cheek. She hasn't had a happy dream in some time. She's always been stressed, worried, and constantly having dreams of running or dreams of somebody else. She never thought she was dreaming of herself this whole time. But she remembers the conversation, and she gets up and she looks towards Firth.
What is Firth doing?
Not able to sleep because somebody was talking in their sleep.
Was that me?
I was half tempted to have Firth wake Robin. I'm like, should I message Dooney and be like, how important is this conversation? Would it be bad if I woke her up? But I'm like, no, I really shouldn't.
It would have been
wake
so
her
bad.
up.
It just like if you woke her up when Robin was just like, "Did you take my memories away from me?" And then as she's about to answer that, you wake Robin up.
Like Robin, I can't sleep. You're talking in your sleep, and it's very frustrating. Please stop.
That would have been funny, but I could imagine
I
it would
was
also
very
lead to a
tempted.
dramatic scene.
It would have been horrible. It was clear that whatever was happening in the dream was pertinent, so I'm like, no. But yeah, no, I just decided, okay, Firth will just lay in bed and listen to her mumble saying, what? Okay. Please be quiet. Just like kind of under Firth's breath, they're just kind of like, please be quiet.
Go to sleep.
Like every couple of minutes, a little bit louder, just like, please be quiet, Robin. Just like wanting to say it like at the loudest that they can, but can't because they're like, I don't want to wake her, but also, please be quiet, Robin. Hey, please be quiet. So yeah, no, Firth is just kind of like with big eyes looking over at Robin. It's clear that they've got like even bigger bags underneath them than usual. Just kind of like looking over at her.
I'm sorry if I kept you up.
No, you're fine. You didn't keep me up.
I kind of received a vision.
Oh, this sounds actually very important. What is it?
We maybe, if we head to Riflanda, we actually might be up against a powerful foe.
Okay. Tell me something I didn't know. What grand odyssey doesn't end with a huge battle?
That's the thing. I don't know who it is. I was just warned that a seal was coming undone. And that was it.
So magic. We'll have to brush up on our magic in the time being. This is fine. We'll prepare. There's no issue.
Yeah, but I'm also worried that we don't... Well, some of our comrades are no longer with us. And they won't be joining us.
I have seen you single-handedly take on battles on your own. I'm not sure what you're worried about. I'm just here as a formality.
Well... I mean, if you're interested, we can continue on. I want to go to Riflanda and probably know a little bit more what's going on there, and knowing that there's something there that's probably endangering people. I want to see if we can make it, hopefully stop it before it actually happens.
I've always sworn to protect, so please, lead the way. I'll be with you 100%.
Alright. Oh, and Firth? You're more than a guard or someone who's sworn to protect. You're more than a friend to me. And with that, Robin just kind of gives Firth a close hug on her arm.
Firth's cheeks, get incredibly flushed, and, they do a very awkward smile, but they pick up their hand and they put it on top of Robin's head, and they pat it a little bit scruffily.
Is someone following me?
Thank you, Robin. Identity has never been too much of an issue for me, but hearing you say that means a lot. Thank you.
I'm here to help you as much as you are here to help me.
I'd have to say, you're potentially the most honorable princess I've ever spoken to. Most would rather remain out of danger and let others shield them, but you don't seem to feel very comfortable about any of that. You'd rather be on the front lines. I admire you, Robin, and I hope that you know that.
I try.
Hanpon will
Bless you.
sneeze.
Oh, and he's like curled up like at the end of the bed like a dog. Oh.
You can see his
Baby.
foot going up against his cheek. And then he's like running.
Everyone seems to be having very eventful dreams, it seems.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of have an eventful dream when you have a big volcanic rock being thrown at you. You just need a little bit of rest.
I believe that's called a concussion.
I concur with that. But is there anything you wanted to do before we take off for Riflanda?
No. I still need to slaughter quite a few more drakes before I'm able to make anything with these scales of mine. These town visits are merely useless for me. A rest is nice, some food is good, but all of these are things that could be done on the road for me. I'm happy to make sure everyone else has accommodations, though.
Well, let's go ahead and get Amov and a few of the others together, and we'll head our way to the docks. Hopefully, hopefully my so-called father can help us along the way.
Oh, and I have ideas for the father name. Can I
Please.
throw them your guys' way?
Sure.
All right, Griffin. This is a type of bird, but a legendary creature. Horus, the falcon god. Columbo, which is a dove. Gannet, which is a seabird.
I like Griffin.
That's all I got for you.
Griffin's
His
good.
name is Griffin, then.
Cool. Woo, woo. Okay.
I had a name. So funny enough, like I did have like a name. I was just like, oh, I know, he'll be great. Or, wait a minute. Basil's father is named
already done that.
Grey
Already done
Arrow. I was just like, okay, maybe don't do that one.
Yep. Oops. It would
Yeah.
be a cute reference, but
His name is Griffin. Yeah.
I figured since Robin is, just so happens to also be a bird, I kind of figured bird name.
Yeah, that would work.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, that does work.
Yeah.
I was like, a lot of names that are very similar to birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so his name is
yeah.
Griffin.
Let us sing like the birdies sing. Tweet, tweet, tweet.
Oh.
Tweet.
Alright. Well, if there's nothing else you guys would like to do, you can get on the ship.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
please.
take my first step on the ladder to get onto the ship, and Robin feels a wave of nostalgia like she's never felt before, but this is her first time on the ship. You know?
Huh, wave. Huh.
As you're getting on the ship, you're gonna hear an argument between Griffin and Johan as Griffin is just kind of just like chewing Johan out, like, why would you do such a thing to my daughter? Like, how fucking dare you? And Johan's like, in my defense, I didn't think you'd come to arrest. Ow! Don't hit me! Wait, you all I want. And using a volcano too. That is despicable. We'll make sure you are punished heavily when we get back. Whatever, jackass. And then he gets slapped again.
And then smack the Lucretia right out of him. Bam!
So yeah. You see those two just like arguing. But yeah, now you're on the ship. You're gonna be on the ship for the next few days. If there's anything specifically you want to do on the ship, let me know. You guys, one of you roll me a 1d12 as you're going through, these waters.
Okay, so if you're...
Alright, nothing happens.
Sweet.
Oh, cool.
You sound disappointed.
A little bit. That's why I'm gonna roll then real quick. Hang on. What would it be? Let me see. Probably... Yes. Okay, so let me see. Damn it! Oh man! I'm probably not gonna get seasick. I'm doing great. I
Let me
was
see if
hoping I would get
seasick.
seasick.
Any
Yeah,
particular reason
please,
why you
somebody get
want to
seasick.
get seasick? Just for the
Just for
fun?
Funny.
Okay.
fun.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you guys
funny.
want to get
Just for
sick,
the
you don't have to roll
fun.
for it.
That takes the chance away. What did you roll for
Yeah,
it?
it does. I rolled in endure.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
I figured
it would make
that
the
would
most
the
sense.
most sense.
Okay, here we go.
Damn it! We're doing so okay.
I have my sea legs today.
So you,
Something in the salt air
man,
invigorates this girl.
so you have a chance. So you have a critical success. So you have an opportunity. You can use that opportunity to make yourself
That's
sick.
why we roll, Dooney.
Or do whatever you want.
Do something awesome.
Ah,
You can create a faux pas.
a what?
Faux pas. Choose a creature present on the scene. They make a compromising statement chosen by the person who controls them. That was just the first thing that I saw, and I'm like, that's French. Faux pas.
Faux pas. Let me see. I didn't
No,
think
you
I
can
would
do
get a
anything.
critical success.
Me neither. That's hilarious. Why we roll for everything.
While you're deciding, I'm gonna quickly take a restroom break so you two can entertain the chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll be right back.
Will do. Hey, chat, here are my controversial statements on parasocialism. So, I love you guys and you love me and you're coming to dinner tonight.
Ooh. That sounds
I'm making
wonderful.
tacos. Yeah, it will be!
Tacos.
Yeah!
Tacos.
We got two kinds of meat. We got pork and we got steak. What's up, guys? Enjoy.
No chicken?
Not today. That. Oh, I should have gotten chicken. Oh my goodness, I'm the worst host.
It's okay, it's better than those vegetarian people. They're like, what, no beans? We're just like, I made tacos. I made tacos.
I wouldn't be able to feed a veget. No, I mean maybe I. No, I use like like stock and whatnot for almost everything that I cook, and I'd rather
Yeah.
not replace the stock with water. So
Right.
I'd rather not cook for a vegetarian because it would be more bland, in my opinion.
I ever tell you I actually cooked for people one time? I think I was in a Spanish class learning Spanish. And
Muy bien.
I actually made everybody I think it was enchiladas and tacos.
Oh.
And they had,
What
like,
kind of sauce for the
chicken sauce.
enchiladas?
It was like a red sauce, like from El Pato.
Okay.
I brought it up before everybody, and I'm like, here you go, I made food for everybody. And everyone's like, yeah. And some of them were like vegetarian, and all the vegetarians looked at me with an evil eye, and they're like, we can't eat that. I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I mean,
Oh, was it chicken? Chicken enchiladas?
yeah, it was like chicken enchiladas.
Mm.
And they all gave me the stink eye, like, we can't eat that. I'm like, okay, well, you don't have to get mad at me, you know?
Who's getting mad at Trixie?
I'm not
Who
forcing
do
you
I
to
have
be
to beat
vegetarian.
up?
Oh, I was,
Vegetarians, all of them.
yeah, I was talking about a time when I cooked for everybody for my class one time in Spanish class. I made everybody enchiladas, and some of the vegetarians there were very disgusted with me. They're like, we can't eat that. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not forcing you to be a vegetarian, you know? You don't have to get mad at me.
Respectively, though, Trixie, the best filling for red sauce enchiladas is, in fact, cheese. And not
Yeah.
Mexican cheese, but, like, you know, cheddar cheese.
Yeah.
That is the best in that kind of enchilada. Hands down.
Enchilada. Yeah. I like all types of Mexican food. I like enchiladas, I like taquitos, I like
If you ever
street
visit me, I'll cook
Yes,
for you.
Hoshi made some really fucking good tacos. Like, they were so good.
I can
They were
believe
so
it.
good.
I can believe it.
Mm-hmm.
You make like
I
beef
love
tacos?
Yeah, they were steak. I can cook with any kind of protein.
She even like
nice.
heated up the tortillas.
Yeah, I've been making a lot of
which was pretty
enchilada
cool.
stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I can make them myself now. I learned how to make my own tortillas, and I got a tortilla press. Even better now. They taste so good when they're fresh. It's crazy.
Yeah, they do. This is nothing beats a fresh tortilla. The only reason why to
Totally.
pay packaged one is because of price. Like, it's much cheaper just to buy them. People usually tell me, but nothing beats a
No,
homemade
absolutely
tortilla.
not. 100% not. That's not the truth. It's just easier. They're easier to cook. It's not cheaper though. If you get a
Yeah.
stack of them, like 12 of them, that's gonna be like $3 or so. But if you get a thing of cornmeal, which is all that you need, that's $3. And that whole thing of cornmeal mixed with warm water, which if you use tap water is free, that's gonna end up making you over 100 tortillas. So absolutely not.
Dang!
Like that is not cheaper in any way. It's just easier because you don't have to make the tortilla, but it also, you get to control what ingredients are in this tortilla too, as opposed to like if you read the back of a tortilla, it has like hypoglucosate fluoride. And you're just like, what? What does this tortilla have?
This
You don't need
tortilla
that
has
stuff.
cornmeal and water.
Yeah, yours has cornmeal and water in it. Yeah, the ones that you buy at the store, though, unfortunately, they have 4 or 5 ingredients that are hard to pronounce. So,
So, did you come up with anything for the opportunity, Trixie?
I think what I want to do is kind of unmask their true intentions. My cousin's true intentions.
Okay.
Johan's true
Alright.
intentions.
I like that.
oh,
Okay.
I like that one.
So, as like, the days go on and whatnot, and you see just like I was about to call him Rafonda. Johan. You see
It's okay.
Johan just kind of sulking a lot, just kind of getting all grumpy with Griffin and whatnot. And then there are just like times where like you overhear him just like say something along the lines of just like, once I take over, you can't bitch at me anymore.
I would like to talk with him about that.
Yeah, you can talk to
If
you
it's
can
okay.
confront him about it.
So, Johan.
Yeah. Hi, hello. How you? You seem to be recovering well from that injury I gave you.
Well, it takes a lot to recover a lot. And that was one tough tack, I have to say. I gotta commend you for it. Where'd you learn a trick like that?
Oh. Fuck, I had to come up with the recent shit. Hold on.
Yeah, it's okay.
Take your time. It's a lot.
I learned it from my master. After vigorous training after him, I managed to master, magic. And he told me a secret, that harnessing the elements just right, you can harness you can manipulate the volcano of the region. In this case, the volcano that's over there, and he's going to point over to the volcano in the distance, the very far off distance.
And you seem to attune yourself to fire? How can you know people are attuned to a certain element?
I have this sense. I have this like sense like when I'm around a fellow elementalist. I mean, don't you? If I'm not mistaken, from what I overheard, I heard you were a witch, right?
Well, if you're speaking of like people who hold powers of healing and whatnot, then as you classify me, I do have the abilities of a witch, yes.
And can't you sense when
Um,
the other person is a witch or not?
that is usually a big yes, but I talk with the person first before I actually get an idea of where they are. Knowing that you're an elementalist, it's not really my field, but it gets me a greater understanding of what magic you have.
Mm-hmm.
So, in these terms, I'm just wondering, what are you going to do with it? This wondrous teachings you've learned.
He looks a little confused, a little like taken aback by that. Just like, wow. One, use it on brats who tried to escape me on the beach.
Robin just laughs. That seems like a very poor way of using an amazing gift like that. Would your master be happy with how you used it? Especially with one who wasn't trying to attack you in any way.
That's not important. What's important is I did get you. And I got you on and I got you crawling. If that knight friend of yours didn't show up, I probably could have just like handed you to Rafonda myself.
And if that were to happen, what would have
I
happened?
would have
after
gotten
that?
the reward money for you, obviously.
And if everything played out to what you were planning to do, where would you be right now?
Why, I would be able to get a mansion and just like hire all the servants I could dream of. Maybe have some very pretty ladies come and visit and have fun in my... Well, I don't think I need to tell you the rest. I'm sure you can figure that out.
No, he's lecherous. Okay.
And Johan, once you do all that, once you get everything you wanted, what are you left with?
He has a dumbfounded face. It's just like... girls to sleep with?
You're gonna say yeah, bitches?
Was there anything else you were striving for? Because everything you're asking for, it sounds like you're just ending up in a dead end.
A dead end, huh? You call having riches among your wildest dreams a dead end?
Robin kind of thinks for a minute and she's just like, you know, you ever look at my dad?
Trust me. I have to deal with this sorry ass a lot.
What has he been so concerned about this whole time?
You.
Okay. Think about it. He has all the money he could ever want. any woman he could ever want. And yet, he seems to focus on the one thing he wants more than anything is me. Probably because he's showing you your future. I think people who are king or have all the money in the world, they build themselves probably the fanciest prison. But in the end, it's still just a prison. You're not putting yourself to better use. You're not experiencing new things. It's everything you desire, but once your desire is filled up to the brim of your cup of want is still empty. Just like his. Yes.
He's just gonna be at a loss of words. Like, he really has nothing to add to that. It's just like, I mean...
Now, I'm gonna show you something. And Robin walks over to her dad, Griffin. And she gives him a sweet smile. And she kind of mouths to Johan, watch his face. And I'll let you describe it.
So, Johan will just look at, look at, you two. Kind of like looking grumpy and whatnot, until he notices that, like, when, you know, this grumpy old man he has to put up with, like, genuinely smiles when he sees you. And he's just like, and Griffin's just gonna go like, Alyssa, Robin, how can I help you?
Robin just looks at Griffin and just says, you can always just call me Alyssa. It's the name you gave me after all.
I mean, if you're okay with that.
Why wouldn't I be okay with it?
Well, I know you had, amnesia, so... And I wouldn't exactly want to force your own life on you.
Alyssa just looks at her dad with a smile and just says, my life may be different, but I'm still wanting to get to know you.
Hanpan will sneeze inside.
Because...
Fierce armor.
It's everywhere. Oh, God.
She just says...
I run off to go deal with it.
You go take care of Hanpan. She just kind of says, regardless of what may have happened, at the end of the day, I am still wanting to get to know you. And what you're doing right now is actually showing others that me talking with you and being with you is probably the greatest treasure you've been looking for. And now that you have it, you're probably filled with the most tender desire just to move forward wherever you want to go in life. And you're proud of it. And I want you to be proud knowing that I'm here again. Because that's something money can't buy.
At this point, Griffin just really can't help himself, and he just ends up suddenly just embraces you tightly into a hug as you say all this. Yeah, you can hug him back. As he sheds a few tears. Johan, meanwhile, is just looking at you two, just pretty unamused, kind of rolling his eyes, but you can get a hint of jealousy from him.
after that, I just tenderly tell Griffin that I am looking forward to being at Riflanda. And as he looks out at the waves, I just kind of take that time to go back to Johan and just say, you know, it's still not too late to reevaluate what you want more in life. But again, I don't know what you want. I know what I want, and believe it or not, that also involves you. I just want you to be safe, whether you want me to go through with it or not. That's why I do what I do.
Johan is just gonna be just like completely just confused looking at you. Cause in his mind it's just like, I tried to kill this bitch earlier and she's still being all friendly with me. What the fuck? Is basically what her inner thoughts are, or his inner thoughts at the moment are.
I just kind of get up and scritch his ears a little bit and put my finger to his chin and just kind of pick it up and look at him deep in his eyes and just say, have faith in one day you'll find what you want. Maybe not today, but you will one day. And after that, she just walks off.
Alright. That was a very lovely conversation.
I gotta inspire my so-called rival.
For now.
Oh, okay, I got the rat spot out of my arm.
Listen, you can at least have more tissues in here. I mean, I know you tend to just like have tissues for the. You know what? I shouldn't continue on that actually.
That is. So, how is your stomach feeling, Han Paul? Surprised that you're not feeling seasick.
Let's find out.
I will be right back.
Alright, I'm gonna laugh if everybody is good except Emov. Oh yay! Okay, looks like both of them might be bad.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what that means.
Like, as Hanban was just like, well, I just so happen to be able to hold my... He then starts looking green before quickly rushing off to the side of the boat and just, like, hurling. And then just Emov just like, yeah, I mean, I understand. I mean, we're on a boat that's rocking every so often, and you know what? I'm gonna go join him. And Emov joins Hanpan and starts hurling up as well.
I knew we couldn't all be
And
safe
with
from
Emov, you notice like earth
it. Just
chunks
as statistically possible.
comes from his mouth.
Oh. That's...
Is there anything else you want to do, Fierce?
That's it, Emov. Keep adding Earth to Earth. You're doing good.
Nope, I'm just happy that somebody got sick. That's all.
Alright, so the days will go by, and you guys will, let's see, how do I want to do this? You guys will arrive, here.
Oh.
The Kingdom of Reflanda.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
As you all end up just like arriving at the docks as Lucretia just like kind of just like help with the ship and whatnot. By the way, just to check, you wanted to keep like a little profile, right, Trixie? Or like just not really bring like any attention to yourself, or do you just like want people to notice that, like, hey, you're Alyssa?
Surprise me.
Okay, so I will say just like if you just like don't put your head up, just like the Lucretia could recognize you. Like, wait, there's no way you found her? And Griffin's just gonna nod like, yes, I finally found my daughter and brought her home. And the Lucretia are going to cheer as they actually rush in and start killing you, Robin.
Hey, whoa, hey, come on. I'm not that important.
Not that important. Alyssa, you're so silly. You're so silly after all this time of being missing. What, did you lose your memories or something?
Maybe.
So hilarious.
Yes, your princess needs a lot of rest. As you can imagine, the journey that she's been on has been incredibly arduous.
Say
Such
no
incredible
more.
pilgrimages in
Say no
Odyssey.
more.
So
we need
she
to rush
needs-
to the
yes,
castle.
do not. You will back away from the princess immediately. Do I make myself clear? All of you.
Firth is going to stand right in front of Robin, their hand on their sword intimidatingly, and looking over the crowd of individuals.
Yeah, okay.
I simply just let them know, please just let me walk among you and let me walk with my dad. I would highly appreciate it.
Even Firth will step aside with the crowd.
Like, the Lucretia are just like kind of wary of you, Firth. But they do make a pathway for Robin and Griffin, as well as Johan, because you know, of course, Johan is gonna accompany them. While staying aside, Kiro is going to be right next to you, Firth. He's gonna go, by the way,
Okay.
if you look over there, and he's going to point to a direction, I'm gonna guess you see what he's pointing at?
Oh!
Yep,
Oh, it's one of the
one of the towers, like, far off, like, right next to the, kingdom. And he's just, like, it's kind of like, you know, it would be really nice if we could, set up a waypoint here. That way, like, if we, you know, ever need to travel, here, you know, it's here. And, you know, it brings us one step closer to our goal.
We can be escorted there later. Please have patience. very important to Robin, and quite frankly, I'd like to see how all of this plays out.
Of course. Yeah, I don't mind. It doesn't seem like any other Arcanists are on here, so... at least as far as I'm aware. I don't recall any of them heading the same direction we were, so... we should be fine. I can wait.
Yes. Wonderful. I fear if you go on your own, that might pose risks. But I appreciate you sticking around. Please, this will be interesting, and I'm sure that we'll get wonderful food along the way. Be patient.
Ooh, food.
So as you guys...
Firth will
As you guys
continue
make
walking.
your way over, I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the other map. As you guys are making your way over, you guys will see that just like, there was a path devolving, to, over to what seems to be a small village. And the path up ahead leads to the Kingdom of Rwanda.
Okay.
No, as you guys like slowly just like you kind of get there without incident. You end up like going through the gates. And eventually you all end up at the town square. And I'm going to roll to see how the citizens react to Robin.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you're getting a lot of eyes on you.
Uh-oh.
They're more so with curiosity. They're just like, wait, did he actually do it? No, that can't be. We didn't think this would happen. And they're just like kind of just like questioning, just like not really questioning Robin per se, but just like you can hear murmurs of just like them just like talking about the princess and whatnot. Like, is that her, or is that just a person that looks like her? And King Griffin's just really coping a lot right now.
It's like, wow.
I mean,
Coping is real.
we could just like let her do her thing, like, you know, let him do his thing. Like, I'm sure he'll get out of his system, and I'm sure this girl will be okay, right? Hey, be quiet. The king's gonna overhear you and have your head. Oh shit. I mean, man, what lovely weather we're having here. You're gonna hear that a lot as you're going through here. Anything specifically you want to do while you're in the kingdom? There's a lot of places to go by. There's Tilly's Marvelous Pies. There's Festus Cedar. Dragon's Breakfast. Peepa's Vault of Nooks. Salmon Antiques. Pimble's Oddities, and the Dead Bird Inn. And, of course, there's Castle Seraphim.
Alright, so as we enter the city gates, I see Emov being a little bit out of character. His body almost seems to lift up and levitate forward, his arms distended and his nose sticking out as he starts to kind of soar cartoonishly towards Tilly's Marvelous Pies.
Just like, like, what? Wait, what's going on? And he's gonna just have the most blissful smile you've ever seen him with. Do you guys follow him to Tilly's?
Yeah, we're, yeah. I know he's a dragon, but the lack of wings makes it enthralling how he's able to levitate in such a form. Amazing. Oh! Wait, no, this still doesn't make any sense. What?
What happens as we arrive at Tilly's Marvelous
So-
Pies?
Hey,
Also,
Little,
hello,
thanks for the
Will.
raid. Much appreciated. So, you guys end up going over to, Tilly's. Mm-hmm.
To Tilly's, yay! I thought I was unmuted.
And,
Oh no.
oh, were you saying something?
I was, but I noticed I was muted for about a minute or two, so
Oh,
it's okay.
no.
Sure.
Yeah, but I wanted to
welcome back.
to go to Tilly's too, so it was just like, yeah, we're
Yeah.
following Emav, we're following Emav.
You're going to go over to Tilly's, and it's a quite packed restaurant. As you know, people like waiters and waitresses are getting like served pies and whatnot, and other desserts.
And they're all cat people, cat
Mhm.
girls and cat boys.
Anything
You know.
in between.
Yeah, they're all
Yep.
working hard.
Um,
Oh yes, anything in between, yes.
as Robin, you go in there, and a waitress like kind of just like brushes past you, but then she's gonna stop and turn over to you. Alyssa?
I just kind of look left and right and just like, yes.
She's gonna start tearing up immediately. Tears are gonna go down her cheek as she rushes in for a hug and immediately hugs you.
Um,
Oh my god. You're actually back. I thought I was never gonna see you again.
Robin just kind of pats her on the sides of her arms. It's like, it's okay. I have a little problem remembering everybody right now, so forgive
And-
me, but
Upon hearing that, she's immediately gonna let go. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. And she's gonna just like start blushing, just like, yeah, that had to be weird to just have a stranger hug you out of nowhere. Sorry about that.
Robin just smiles. Robin just smiles and just like, it's okay. It's probably very, very, very good news for you right now, and if there's anything, you know, I maybe I can say something to help alleviate this the stress.
What is it?
No, I was just wondering if there was
Oh.
anything you wanted to say to me. You know, you could say it
I mean,
now.
I just missed you really badly. I haven't seen you since... I haven't seen you since, like, a couple years ago. To think that just, like, my childhood best friend would leave me like that.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
My best friend works at Tilly's Pies. Oh no.
Firth is going to rip Hon Pon out from their armor, slam them on the table, and then say,
Excuse me, ma'am, where's your restroom? I need to
over
use it.
to the right.
Excellent. Okay, bye.
Like, yeah, Yeah, we were actually best friends when we were children. We kind of drifted apart after a while, especially since you had your, duties as a princess. But, when I heard that you were gone, I was just absolutely heartbroken.
I see. Well, I don't know why I was, I don't have any recollection of why or when or what may have happened, but I'm here now. And if you I still have a journey to fulfill, but you can always let me know whenever you want to talk, okay?
Okay. I really appreciate it. And she's going to give you a hug before saying, did you come over here for pie? Or other desserts?
We have a few people in our party who wish to try the pies, and I'd like to recollect what I was missing
in
for
that
so
case,
many years as well.
it'll be on the house.
Are you sure? I mean, I'd be more than happy to pay.
Nonsense. Like, you're a return... Whether you remember it or not, you're a returning friend. But also the princess, so...
Hopefully... I'm hoping it doesn't cause too much of a commotion.
It'll be fine. And before I do what I'm about to do, Fierce, anything you're doing in the restroom, or,
Contemplating things existentially.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Alright, so this is all inside of Firth's mind. What do bathrooms look like in this kind of world?
In this place, in
like
Rafonda, I
Rafonda?
imagine very clean.
No! Is it a litter box?
Yeah.
Wow, Trixie.
No, it's not literally a litter box. The stalls are actually shaped a little bit more differently. Instead of having, like the toilet seat look like, it's round or square like an outhouse, there's actually a groove at the end that can actually let their tails go up so they're not hitting anything. So you're kind of missing a groove at the back.
Oh, okay, well that's fine. Because I just need to sit here for a second anyway.
Yeah.
Firth takes a seat on the toilet. They feel this horrible anxiety in their stomach. They're thinking to themselves that at the moment, as far as they're concerned, they're Robin's best friend. And Robin is their best friend. So, hearing all of this and piecing it together, and thinking that Robin was willing to just leave a friend without saying anything, that unfortunately draws a wedge of distrust, or at least, being really self-conscious and thinking, why wouldn't she just leave me?
Oops.
Well, again, that wasn't Robin at the time. That was somebody else.
That's definitely not something that Firth is thinking,
definitely
though.
not. It's just like, like I get it.
But emotions and talking about them are not a thing that Firth does. Just at all. Why would they? So this is really conflicting. Like, thinking, like, I've got this friend that we just saw their other friend, their ex-best friend, the person that had my role before, and they just don't know what to think. So they're just kind of really upset until they let out that little shriek inside of the bathroom, and then stand up from the toilet, take off their helmet, wash their face a little bit, shake their
As
head,
you're
put the
washing
helmet
your
back
face,
on, and then walk back out.
You notice that,
oh.
like, there seems to be a few weird patches on your cheeks. You go over to touch them, and they feel hard, kind of scaly. As there are a few blue scales on your face. Not enough to completely cover it, but...
Oh my god.
It's just like little, like, kind of just like little, kind of like blush marks, but you know, more obvious.
Are you becoming more scaly? More dragon-like?
First lets out a really, really shaky sigh as they shake their head once more, putting the helmet on, making sure it's nice and tight on their head, and then breathing out once more and walking out of the bathroom, leaving behind any of their worries about not being Robin's best friend and any concerns about their body changing.
As you get out, there's just gonna be a load of just like waiters and waitresses like going to this one table that Robin, E-Mob, and Kira are at, as the childhood best friend is just shouting like, alright, get every dessert, get all the dessert, get all the pies, she has to try all of them. Also have her try our cakes. Our cakes aren't that bad. Avoid the brownies though. Those have had unfortunate effects before.
You don't have to go through so much trouble. I mean, at least let Emov try some of them. I just want like a little bit of tea, maybe a nice cake.
And
Your best cake.
Actually, the brownies sound pretty good.
I mean, we can get you that. The childhood best friends gets turned to you, Pierce. Like, I mean, we could get you that. I don't know if I would recommend it. Alright.
Thank you.
And, you know, she'll snap her fingers and two waiters will go in to get some brownies. Meanwhile, Robin is just completely surrounded with tea and cake.
Oh, it's like that one. Hang on.
The
perfect,
yes,
I have the perfect gift
the
for this.
meme, yes.
This, it's just like this,
yes,
but with different desserts.
Yes.
The pancake Sabrina the Teenage Witch thing.
Pancakes. God, now I want some pancakes. You look at some pancakes tomorrow. Thanks. But at the end of the day, Robin just insists on one, and then, you know, a few cups of tea, and she's just with her group right now. But if anybody comes by, she's willing to say hello. She's not a stranger, you know. And I don't know what's going on with the king right now,
The king is just fucking face palming. He's just like groaning as he's rubbing his temples, like, oh, I should have just told them. They will kind of just like meet your request, Robin, and they will give you their finest tea and their best tasting cake. And for you, Fear, they'll give you 2 brownies.
As Robin eats the little cake and the tea, she actually finds it to her liking. She's just like, oh my god, this is like perfect. I mean, you know, going around the world, it's just like there was always that little something missing. But they actually figured it out. This tastes wonderful. What do you think? As she, looks at Emov and hears.
Emov is just absolutely digging into the pies and whatnot. Especially he especially starts asking for a lot of just like caramel apple pies, and whatnot, and he's just like absolutely. He's had like maybe 5, 6 like dishes of pies at this point.
Oh my
He
God.
doesn't look like he's gonna stop anytime soon. This is the most piggish you've ever seen him act.
Oh no, he's gonna end up being like imposter Konami.
We're gonna have to make another door for Emov to
He's
get
gonna
out.
be the
by time
chunky
he's
dragon
done.
from the D&D movie.
Yeah! I love that dragon.
Wait, Trixie, did you seriously just fatty 2x4 can't fit through the kitchen door with Emov? How rude. How rude.
I was just saying he's having a good time, so. I mean, not many
All right,
pies can only go someplace, can only go one area. You know what I'm saying?
Before I receive the 2 brownies, can I
Yeah,
actually do something real quick? Describing where Hanpan would have been, 'cause I come up with something kind of funny. All right, so while waiting patiently for the brownies to arrive, because one of them is for me, the other one is for Hanpan. There's a big old cake. We got 2 or 3 layers on it. Firth picks up a fork and jams it into a part of the cake and hears a yow. At which point, Hanpan bursts out of the cake. He is inside of the cake. He bursts out like a stripper.
Like,
Oh my God.
watch where you're putting that thing, you...
Hanpan, that's not how you properly eat. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. I didn't want any cake.
Why is that? He's already stuffing his face
Firth
with
ends
the
up rejecting the
leftover
cake now since
that
well.
Hanpan burst out of, and he's just stuffing his face like, what's your fucking problem?
Well, I didn't order any rat deity fur in my cake, so I think I'll just wait for my... Oh, there they are, my brownies. I, incidentally, got one for you, Hanpan. Would you mind taking a nice big sniff and telling me what you think of it? Want some?
I'm a brownie in a while, sure. And, he's gonna just, like, take a sniff of it, and he's just like, doesn't... seems just like an ordinary brownie. Not the best brownie, but hey, it's something, and then he's gonna take a bite out of it. Let's see, where is it?
Firth is going to carefully,
Okay, he's fine.
without being noticed, wrap
He's
up
fine.
No, damn it.
I
No,
mean-
whatever, little bastard. Whatever, I'm still keeping it. No, it's fine. That is a decent roll, but it doesn't mean I'm not looking at him like he's a little bastard. I am still gonna wrap up the brownie in a tissue just in case, because it was quite queer. But I'm gonna say he probably doesn't notice because he's enjoying
Yeah, he is
his
enjoying
brownie.
it.
Right.
Like, it's not like the best he's ever
Wonderful.
eaten, but he's just like, this is pretty decent brownie and whatnot.
Firth thinks to themselves, what was wrong with it then? What were the adverse side? What if you grow fur? And that is why Hanpan was not upset. That's ridiculous. I'll just save it for later.
Can I ask what Johan's
Johan's
doing?
just kind of sulking at his own table. Just kind of just like,
Aww.
yeah,
At his own
he's just like
table?
kind of just like looking off in the distance,
Aw.
occasionally looking at Robin and just kind of just like groans and just grits his teeth.
Robin takes one of the cakes and actually goes over and places a piece right next to him and says, "Hey, you can grit your teeth, you can grit some cake. I know it's not much, but, you know, you can be annoyed as much as you'd like, but this is where we are. Try to make the best of it."
Why do you insist on being nice to me? I didn't ask you to be nice to me.
I didn't ask. I just wanted to treat you the same as everybody else. You deserve that.
Yeah, you're certainly not being treated like everyone else.
I didn't understand
You
that.
said,
Sorry.
yeah, you're not being treated like everyone else. Miss Princess.
I didn't ask to be treated this way. This is how people are choosing to treat me. And I just want to make sure you're thought of as well.
I can look after myself.
I know. But you're thought of by more than just, you know, yourself. I'm pretty sure you have others that think of you, and your master thinks of you. And, well, in a weird sense, I think of you. Doesn't matter who thinks of you, but I know I do. Just, hey, at the end of the day, you still got something at the end, right?
He's going to get up from his table, and then he is going to go for the exit, not looking at you.
Well, I'll let him be. I don't want to push my luck with him. And with that, she just kind of goes back to the table, and she just kind of stares out the window to see where he's going.
He seems to be heading.
Just
Heading out the into the town square, and it looks like he's gonna go through the gate you guys came from. And that's about all you see of him.
So he's leaving Riflanda?
That might be the case. You can roll what, like, let's see, hold on. Let's see, what would be an insight roll? I would say probably inspect. Maybe?
Inspect?
You're not quite sure. He could be just like being just like an edgy loner and doing edgy loner things, or he might be up to something. You're not quite sure.
I just kind of look at Griffin and I just say, "Do you know where he's going?"
Might be heading over to the village. He tends to hang around there a lot for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe all the commotion in the kingdom is too much for him, so he tends to go to the village where it's quieter.
I see. Oh, let's give him some time to think. I mean, I don't want him to feel like, you know, he's got a lot to think about. What do you know about him that I don't?
Well, you two did grow up together. However, well, you were royalty. He was part. I mean, he was trained to be part of the guard, but that's really it. That was all that was going for him. And you two didn't exactly get along. He kind of bites his lips a bit, just like as he looks over to you, like, you were kind of a brat back then, if I'm gonna be a little bit honest with you.
Robin just kind of squeaks out a little smile of embarrassment. She's like, I was really that bad.
You were a very spoiled princess type, and very, what do they call it? Like, snooty? Yeah. Like, and Johan really couldn't stand you. So he challenged you to fights, and a good majority of those wins were in your favor. So he might be still upset about that, which kind of petty, but what can you do? Might also just be jealous of your status in general. Which is...
Maybe that's why he got upset.
Yeah. He's very eager to just turn you in. Which I had to constantly tell him that your safety comes first, but clearly he didn't care.
He's had a lot. And let's just say he had to see that we had a talk before we actually arrived here.
That, yes.
It's like the things he wants, they're just, it kind of feels hollow. It's like at the end of the day, the things he wants is not lasting.
Like, once he gets those things, what's he gonna do then?
Exactly. And I don't mean to sound rude, but if I didn't do what I did back then, I probably would not be where I am right now. I'm much more, I want to say, I know what I have, and I have to use what I have for the betterment of not just myself, but for everybody around me.
Mm-hmm.
And even in the end, even if this journey is over, I still have something to look forward to. And to help people. And namely, it's what makes me happy. Regardless if I'm branded as something that the world doesn't want. And I don't think I've ever seen someone as happy as you right now, by the way.
I mean, why wouldn't I be? I mean, I got reunited with my daughter after so long.
This may sound a little hurtful, but do you remember my mom?
Yes, I do. And his happiness is gonna like kind of turn a little sour for a moment, or a little sad. He's just gonna like, Yeah, yeah, of course I loved her so much with all my heart, and it really hurt when she ended up passing away. A little bit after you were born.
When did she pass away?
About, I would say 19 years ago? As he scratches his head a bit.
So she died around the time I was born.
I really wish you could, like, known her for longer, but she just ended up passing away due to just, like, an illness that we couldn't treat for her in time. So, I was kind of left to take care of you. That and, you know, of course, our servants, but, you know.
Maybe that's kind of... I kind of think back to why some people end up the way they did. Maybe I found my mother and Maribel. I just hope that whatever happens next, you know, maybe it turns out for the better. And she just kind of looks at Firth. And she can kind of see Firth as just like tapping their brain.
Wrapping it up real good. I don't anticipate on eating it, not after the strange effects. I anticipate on cutting it in half later on, and then giving that half to Hanpan more and experimenting with him further. I figured that your father was at a different table or something or other, which is why I've been very quiet, you know, doing my own thing at the table that we're currently at.
Well, he's probably on the other table, you know, our heads are right next to each other so we can talk, you know.
Ah. Okay.
Is the brownie okay here?
Firth is going to kind of clench it a little bit in its napkin.
Yes, it's just that there's been so much, sweets and whatnot. I'll be saving this for later.
Okay. Look, I know it may sound weird, but I don't really know a lot of these people here. And it may seem strange that some people may say they remember me, but at the end of the day, I don't remember them. I have to learn who they are again. And I don't know what my past self may have done, but at the end of the day, the me from then is gone. I can't bring her back, no matter what I do. I just want you to know that it's not my fault, it's not your fault, it's not anybody's fault at the end of the day. And who you see right now is the present. So I don't know where the present me will go or where it will end, but just know that you're my friend right now, right here. Right now.
Yeah, yes, of course. Why would there be any doubts that I know you're my friend?
Because I don't want you to feel weirded out with all these people saying they remember me when I, well, don't remember them.
I'm no medic. I don't know anything about him. So please, let's just continue eating our desserts and not be concerned about any issues that don't even exist.
Perth continues to tap the brownie inside of the napkin.
Real subtle there. Sanbon will give Pierce a thumbs up.
Robin will kind of gracefully get up and put her tea that is now gone, and her little cake is now finished with little crumbs. She gets up and she thanks everybody who gave her the time of day and supported her friends.
They're
and
all
gave them
just gonna
food.
cheer for you.
And
Like, yeah, we're glad you're back. Yeah. And, you know, your childhood friend is just good, just like smile. Like, smile for you. Like, I'm glad you enjoyed the service.
I had a wonderful time. Thank you, everybody. I'll be back again soon.
Oh, you better.
And I just look at my dad and I just say, where else would you recommend we go before we go to the kingdom or the castle?
There's the theater, but that plays at nighttime. There's not really a whole lot, honestly. I mean, there's the antiques. There's the bookstore.
What is a vault?
That is the bookstore owned by Peepa.
What is a nook?
It. He's just gonna look at you and just like,
Is her sign supposed to say books? Is Pippa a dyslexic librarian?
Okay, listen, yeah, she a little bit dyslexic, but we didn't want to mention it since we didn't want to hurt her feelings.
My mother had a similar problem. She would make up stories in the storybook and pretend she could read. Of course, once I started to learn, it became more complicated because she told me that I was wrong, which is why I don't read anymore.
Oh dear.
Oh.
I digress. This Pippa woman sounds interesting. She might even remind me of my own mother. Perhaps we could go there?
I wouldn't be against it. I would also like to see that theater and maybe go to the antique store. But yeah, we can go to the Nook store if you want.
Maybe we can get some free nooks.
Looky nookie, I got a bookie.
And you guys make your way over to the bookstore. When you get inside, like, when you open the door, it's gonna be like... At first you think it's locked, but no, there's just like a lot of things just kind of like blocking, like... What you think is probably like books, like piles and piles of books, just like might be blocking the way. And you're gonna hear like, oh, coming! As you're going to hear a lot of like rustling, a lot of just like moving books and whatnot before you're going to see the door bursts open as you see just like a bunch of papers start flying out, and you see just like a little just like cat girl with the round glasses on as she just like kind of fixes them and just like hi, are you here to check out my vault of nooks?
Yeah.
So, the sign.
Sign isn't an accident? They're actually nooks? What is a nook? I always assumed that it was some kind of slang, like every nook and cranny in this. But what is a nook? No one ever expressed this to me as a child. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I just am confused. What do you sell or offer here? Little books?
Books of just like all kinds, whether it be just like literature, history, educational purposes, etc., etc.
All right, well then in that case, I'm just going to cut the man on all and ask the question for my friend. Do you have any books, adult history books, not any of those children, based on the individual named Mirabelle?
No roll.
Ooh, Mirabelle.
She's just like, gonna think about it, like, I don't think we do, unfortunately. Not a whole lot is known about Mirabelle.
Robin kind of whispers a little bit. She's a Lucretia.
Wait, really? Is she?
Is someone following me?
Yep, she's a Lucretia. I believe she actually, this used to be her home.
Which would have made sense if there were some kind of records on her. However, during my... I don't want to say vision, but my vision while I was... I don't say Hanpon, but a certain little rodent. It must say... So anyway, young Pippa, or however old you are, I can't tell with kind, but please, can you tell us, do you have any information on the individual known as Hanpon? He would potentially be known as a higher up in society, perhaps a count or a duke.
We actually do have a few books, yeah, of Hanpon.
Excellent. Oh, well, I feel like this saved us at least a few moments. All right then, please. Show us those books.
And she's gonna just like nod and have you just like open the door for you guys to go through, and she's gonna be frantic. You're gonna go into this place and it's gonna be such a mess. There are books everywhere, very unorganized. Some are on the floor, some are just like kind of just like have papers falling out of them. It's just like so much that it's a little overwhelming with how much of a mess it is. Like, and you know, she's kind of like looking through the books, like, is it here? No. Is it? No. Is it here? No. And she's just like constantly like looking through them until like, let's say like 30 minutes pass by. And so finally she's just like, I found it. And she will rush over to you, Fierce, giving you a history on the on the calamity. A fight between gods.
Jesus Christ. First takes the book from the individual's hands and holds it up and says,
all right, I'm calling it now. If Hanpon has anything to do with that abandoned tower, I'm right. I was right.
Firth opens up the book and starts flipping through the pages. Making kind of strange, unsettled sounds looking through the pages until Hanpon gives them kind of a snarky look, because Hanpon, of course, would remember the detail that Perth even just mentioned a couple moments ago. That
She read.
They can't
They
read.
can't read.
Can't read.
And it doesn't have a whole lot of
Um,
pictures in it, so you don't have a whole lot to go off of.
So I'm,
Here.
Robin, here,
Yes.
you should take the book. I'm pretty sure it said something about, take it.
I look at the contents of the book, and I'm wondering if I can read this book.
Yes.
Is it a language I can understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I look at Fierce and I'm like, what are you looking for? Maybe I can help read it to you.
Can you read off to me the table of contents? Yes, that will help me understand exactly what's in this book. Yes.
Alright. I start reading off the tower, what it means for a god, the collections, anything else I missed in the table of contents.
Yeah, you're just basically the bare essentials and whatnot. Then just like at the very end, there's like the war, the calamity, and then the final battle.
Yep. I read all that out to Fierce. Anything in particular you were looking for?
So disgustingly overwhelming. I guess just start from the beginning, please.
If I read from the beginning, we're gonna be here all night. Unless you're looking for something specific.
Well, Pippa, can we take this book with us, please? How much would it be to purchase the book, or is this a library?
It's both a library and a store. If you want to...
What would be the proper donation to take the book?
I'll say 40's in it.
Oh, that's a respectable price, of course.
Alright, Perth reaches into their backpack. They have 1,900 in total currently. So with this payment, that brings them down to 1,860. They hand over the. It was 40.
It was 40.
Or 60. Sorry. Yeah, okay, 40. Okay, they hand over the 40 Zenites. How affordable. And the book now belongs to them. Okay. Because yeah, we can read after we've done all of the fun stuff and done Vesta's theater and all of that. But for now, I'll just take the book and I'll ask either Emov or Robin to read it to me later.
Okay. Well, Robin will be interested in going to the antique store to see what they can find.
Alright. And yeah, please, feel free to remind me in like a later session, just like anything you want to know from that book, and I should be able to provide.
Thank you. I'm gonna also probably wait for me to get a lucky roll so that I could just change the book how I want. That'd be really funny. I'll have to think of something really groundbreaking.
Oh, I have some groundbreaking stuff, so don't you worry.
Oh. All right. As we're making our way across the town to get to Salmon's Antiques, and we look up at the sky, are we able to determine?
I'm gonna say at this point it would probably be sometime in the evening as the sun is about to set.
Awesome. So probably after we leave the antique store, we can go ahead and check out the theater, and then when it's like nighttime after the theater, we can go to the palace. I think that sounds good. I don't think the palace would just close at 10 or 11. I mean, if it does,
Oh, no.
whatever.
Just like, well,
I mean, I'll schedule an audience for
just
midnight.
like,
Thanks.
just like, sorry, the palace is closed for maintenance.
Sorry, palace machine broke.
But yeah, you guys go over to the antique store as like a cat lady's gonna come out like, yeah, well, how can I help you today? Yeah.
We were just wanting to take a look at anything that was here. Do you have any like antiques that may have belonged to Mirabelle or anything like that?
She's gonna she's gonna like think about it and just like snap her fingers and like kind of go into the back, kind of looking around like, I'll see what I can find. I can't make any promises. About an hour later, she comes out with a broken wand with a very particular, like, design to it. And a stuffed, bear with the stuffing slowly coming out of it.
A bear with stuffing
looks
coming out of
very,
it.
very old. Like, you could... Like, if you don't touch it the right way, it would crumble into dust.
Oof. Well, Robin kind of looks at it a little bit, and she's just like, how old is this stuff? Is this like a century old or so?
Talk about the bear? Centuries and centuries and centuries.
Oh my god.
Yeah, nah, like...
And the wand?
The wand looks a little bit younger, but not by, like... Only by a few hundred years.
I see.
Yeah. It is sad that Maribel lived on for a very, very long time. No one knows for sure, or how. But...
Well... Can I look at the bear and kind of feel the insides for it? Like if there's anything inside of it?
She'll let you, since it's very, very old. She'll just like, be careful with it. And yeah.
For collateral, Robin kind of gives her 10 Zenites, just if she thinks that's worth anything. Okay, let me add that in real quick. Alright, so it's down to 2. Okay. At this point, Robin just kind of feels the bear on each side, being gentle, seeing if she can feel anything within it. Do I feel anything?
No, just mostly just stuffing and whatnot. Well, actually, there is one thing you feel. You'll grab onto what seems to be like what seems to be like metal, and as you pull it out, it seems to be an amulet or a locket. And when you open it, there is a kind of just like a accurate drawing of Maribel and a guy next to her. She looks very, very young. Very young, basically a little girl. But
Aww.
next to her is a guy with dark blue hair and green eyes.
Are they
Nope.
other crushes as well, or just
They
a
look
human?
very human.
Huh.
Beard, are you
I feel like I've seen this guy.
are you looking at the drawing as well?
Oh, excuse me. I'm observing everything that
Okay.
is going on because I also want to speak with the nice lady.
If you're looking at the drawing, the guy will look familiar to you.
Oh no! Shut up.
Yeah.
Who is it?
So,
I swear to God.
I
swear to God.
Remember when you had that vision, and you looked into the mirror, and you saw a guy with green eyes and dark blue hair, and then you were referred to as Master Hanpan.
Okay.
No way.
All right. As I see the image, I kind of jerk backwards, especially since the disgusting rodent on my shoulder ends up leaning over forward or so once he notices that I'm looking down at something and he wants to get a peek of it too. Oh God. That confirms my suspicion.
Ugh,
Do you know this person, Firth?
you do too. You just
Hi.
don't realize.
That's you, Hanpan?
Incredible how obnoxious and could be so handsome in another life. What did you possibly do to be reincarnated in so inconvenient?
Well,
Oh. I suppose that book
Yeah.
will probably tell us with whatever the
Um,
heck the disaster
but
was.
yeah, thanks to what happened to Firth, a few days ago, I can recall that, yeah, that is what I used to look like when I was with Maribel.
So, but do you remember
I'm
anything?
still trying to
with
figure
Maribel?
that out. I feel...
Oh, actually, Robin, why don't you use some kind of your magical powers to make him remember? After all, you're Mirabelle's apprentice yourself, so I'm
I
sure you have that
don't
kind
know
of
any
magical...
miracle magic like that. I mean, I could probably do a
Maybe you should have
ritual,
gotten
but
a
that
spell book.
I could probably do a ritual, but that's as all as I can do. I don't hold the elementals in my hand.
Oh, the shop owner's name is probably
How
Salmon.
did you know?
Salmon, would you like to join?
I'm
I'm a psychic. I know everything and I speak with the gods. That is not a lie. So, would you like to participate in a cosmic intervention?
Can you roll me a persuasion roll?
Wait, what are you suggesting?
We're going to do one of your rituals to make sure that Han can remember everything that he's experienced with Maribel. It's going to be perfect, I promise you. Ah, yes. So, oh, it didn't go through. Crud. One moment, I gotta
Okay.
reroll. Persuade. Submit. And oh,
just like,
gosh. That's, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't very accurate with what I could offer. Join us. I also have this wrapped up in this napkin, a brownie.
Where did you get that brownie
Delicious.
from?
Do you like
I'll see if I can help Persuader.
I made it myself. I am a world-class baker. You see?
What do you keep getting those?
Ask my friend here. Ask my friend here if I'm a world-class baker. Can I assure you?
Oh, I got a double again? Yippee!
An item lost, destroyed, or stolen. Can that perhaps be memory? Question. I know I have no Robin. Asking. Is lost item, can that pertain to memory?
It can.
I'm going to
I
say in
guess.
this context, yes.
Interesting.
I'm going to say a memory.
If
That's
you want to,
interesting. Okay.
this is what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna let my persuasion, my crit, I'm gonna give it to you, Hoshi. I'm gonna give it to Firth, and you can decide what you want to do with it, okay?
I want us to do the ritual, and I want it to be successful. Great success. So much of a success that Hanpan remembers at least one good, really relevant to story progression memory! Ah.
Alright. Then I'm going to say that you managed to convince Salmon to join you on this ritual. And you guys...
She eats the brownie
Oh,
too
yes,
afterward.
of course, of course. Which, let's see
Thank you.
what exactly happens. I'm just gonna give her... She's fine.
Oh. Sorry, I don't mean to be that way. I'm sorry. I'm super.
Are you, though?
Sorry. No. No question.
But yeah,
no.
you guys are gonna just like do your ritual. And I'm gonna say, because it's a crit, I'm gonna let you. You guys don't have to roll anything.
Okay.
So you guys end up just like
Okay.
in a circle. You place Hanpan in the circle as Robin does her little ritual. And after a while, let me get the appropriate music for this.
All right. Put Hanpan down. I can't actually put him down. I mean, don't kill him. I mean, you could if you want to, but can you place him? Because now we've got Salmon. She's right here. Hi, Salmon. We're besties. Besties.
Hold on.
I hope that's okay. I really hope you don't. If it were normal D&D, I would putting so much of like my own flair in things,
Yeah.
but I get to be a little bit out of the norm with this system, so it's really fun. Big. Yippee! Okay, gang. All right, it is time to do the thing. Oh, actually, Robin, you should be here in the right here.
Okay.
Yeah, just for. Yeah! Oh, I don't know why I'm so excited.
You're excited
this whole
because you
time.
get to use the critical, you know what I mean?
Thank you, and I appreciate you giving. So yeah, okay.
So, as you're doing the ritual, you do succeed on it. A little projection is gonna just like come out of Hanpan's head as she just like kind of just lays there motionless, kind of like a dead rat. Yep.
Twitch.
Oh, can he be
Yes,
in the Family
he's
Guy
in the Family Guy death pose. Just for you. He's in the and you look in there
Ew.
and you see just like you kind of see just like the mansion, the Luzzini mansion, as you know, kind of just like a continuation of that vision you had earlier where, you know, Hanban was talking to that void god, and then after a while he meets up with Maribel, a very young Maribel, like probably like 8 or 9, and you know, they end up just like doing training together as you know, they practice the merges and whatnot together. You know, he looks very, very different. As you figured out, why he looks different, I don't know, ask Donpon. And time passes. Maribel's like now a lot older. She's actually the appearance that like Robin sees her as you know, they're having a conversation together. It'll go something along the lines of like, hey, this will be just like Hanpon's voice, like, hey, are you sure you really want to do this? It's gonna be really dangerous. He's going to destroy the world if we don't stop him now. But I also don't want you to get killed. Maribel will look at him just like with a lot of confidence and whatnot. Well, would you rather this world just be completely destroyed? Well, no. What then? We're working together. We've been a team so far. So, I'm going with you till the end. We'll take down Claw together. I know what to do to deal with him. And then flash forward, and then you're going to see a world that's just completely fucked and destroyed. You're gonna see just like a lot, just like trees are kind of like burnt to a crisp and whatnot. Lots of dead grass, very cloudy, as 2 titans are now beating the shell of each other. One that seems to be made out of lightning, and the other made out of complete darkness. As they're just like having a brawl to the death. When their fists collide, it sends out a shattering wave, and that is when the memory ends. Do you want me to add anything more to that? Or are you good with that?
No, I think that was good. That was good. Thank you.
Was this the cataclysm?
The catalysm.
Okay. So, has this already happened? Or is
I
it...
think it's already happened. This is Hanpon's past.
Once the memories are over, Hanpon just like, oh god, yeah, I was, I was Maribel's summon. And, man, I looked really good. Man, you really just fucked that up, Fierce.
So wait. Oh God.
Wait.
I got to decide your appearance, and that's why you're an obnoxious rodent.
Bingo!
I had no intentions. All I was doing was gaining a gem. I had no idea that it was a summoning crystal. I guess at the time I was considering getting a small furry companion to fill in somewhat of a void.
And
but
you got
I
your
didn't
small furry companion,
realize
you
that-
bastard.
Oh, I could have had a handsome man
Yep.
follower. Oh wait, no, I'm a female. Never mind. I get both my cakes and I can eat too. I'm fine.
So you wanted a nice little companion and a man.
It's not like that necessarily. Have you never heard of people as status symbols sometimes, honestly? You're a princess. I digress. Salmon, are you all right?
Oh, that
Thank
was
you for
fun. That was really fun.
I don't think Salmon knew I was the princess until you just
Oh,
said
I knew.
that.
Don't you worry, I knew.
Oh, okay.
I could.
Okay.
I'm happy you're back, don't get me wrong, but I'm more concerned about my wares and whatnot than what goes on in royalty nowadays.
Like what?
Like, you know, the king just really missed you. Like every night you would hear like a song. Okay, Revan's gonna butt in. That's enough. She doesn't need to hear about that.
Yeah. Well, okay. Now we know that Hampon was actually involved with Mirabelle. I never once thought of it like that.
Your backstories are getting linked
Just
together.
Investigate further.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing like that, you little rat? You caused a near apocalypse. We're going to have to figure out more about what you've done. So just settle down over there before I end up having.
Now, hold
powerful.
on. In my defense, apparently I was protecting the world, not destroying it.
He's got a point.
Whatever
there.
that dark-looking thing was, probably Keclaw. Probably
And the lightning.
Keclaw. I think they were to blame for destroying it.
So
But who summoned Keclaw is the question.
That's a good
Hanpon just like
question.
kind of rubs his head and like, good question.
Well, Salmon, we have a date at the theater, fortunately. But I have one last question to ask. Do you have anything that may have been found at the abandoned tower, or anything that you happen to know to the individual known as Han?
Hanpon and the tower aren't really related. That's more so just, I mean, it could be related, but we don't have any records on it. There are just kind of a lot of ghosts hanging around there of the deceased.
Ghosts?
Yeah, just spirits of their time there, wishing they weren't obliterated.
Friendly ghosts?
Maybe. Depending
Maybe.
on how you approach
Okay.
it.
Well, we'll go back to this issue when we come up to it. But yes, thank you for finding things from Maribel. I'm pretty sure everything will work out. And Robin just looks at the wand that was given to her, and she looks at the inscriptions. This is really interesting. I've never seen inscriptions like these. I just kind of rub the
Look in
inscriptions a
the
little bit.
inscriptions. It reads, "I'll never forget you."
Aww. And Robin actually looks at Hampon and is just like, I think this might be yours.
For me?
It says, I will never forget you.
Well, it could have been anyone. It could have been anyone. It doesn't have to be specifically for me.
Well, hold it.
I mean,
Hold it.
Hampon, have you been by an apparition of Mirabelle? Just saying. I feel like one individual might matter. Mirabelle, the other. You might have just been a passing fling. You know, more or less the only thing that she could rely on in that moment. I think that there's a little bit of a closer connection with Mirabelle than with Mirabelle and Robin. Well, no offense.
Hanbon is just
Honestly.
like kind of began just like touching his chest a bit as he remembers some of his moments. Like, I think I do remember some moments with her. I did feel something when she was telling me that she was willing to sacrifice herself for the world. But good thing that she did it, clearly. As, you know, Robin can tell.
Well, I mean...
Seeing apparitions of a person doesn't necessarily mean that they haven't sacrificed themselves.
There's more than one way to sacrifice yourself. I mean, if you think about it, she's actually sacrificed all her time and well-being just to make sure everything has gone well. So she kind of has sacrificed herself to make sure the world is still standing today. Robin just kind of hands the wand to Hampon.
Hanpon will kind of hug it and just kind of hug it tightly for a while as he just kind of just like hugs it in silence. Kind of just like trembling a little bit. But then he shakes his head and just like looks very confused, like, why? What happened?
I guess we'll find out together. Well, come on. Let's go ahead and go to the next area. I think we'll find more answers later.
To the
To
theater!
the theater! As is approaching nighttime.
The theater.
Which is about the time where the theater is gonna start playing.
No. Oh. Hanpon.
Hanpon.
Okay.
As you just like go in, the people will see that like the princess is arriving and just kind of let her in, like with no charge of fee. And
Okay.
and you guys go in.
What are they playing today?
Did we see any signs on the outside?
So you see just like something that is it's Alyssa, the missing princess.
Oh my
And
god.
as you're so like as they let you in, you get situated. It begins playing. It starts off just like kind of just like on like kind of starts up on a grassy field as two Lucretia, one male, one female, which you could assume is one of them is probably the king, supposed to be in his prime, and the other one is his wife. And you know, they're kissing and whatnot, and they're, you know, kind of singing a lovely melody. And yeah, and then later
You'll stay with me one lifetime.
they're swimming in a lake. They're like fog magic going around, so you can't tell if like they're naked or not, but they seem to be having a fun time. And then when they get out of the water, there is a bump on the lady's stomach. And then later it'll cut to them in the castle on what seems to be the royal bedroom, as the woman is screaming for dear life, threatening to chop off the king's head. Until finally a baby is born with pink hair. And it's kind of obscure. It's kind of obscure to whether or not it's a real baby or not. But it sure does look like Alyssa, quote unquote.
Quote unquote.
And then about time passes, and you know, you see a very sad man huddled over just like the a grave that has his wife's name on it. In his arms is a small child, as he's just like kind of just like petting her, making sure she's okay. Kind of just like being like, and you kind of hear him say just like, no matter what, I'll be here for you. And then it cuts to what you assume is just like a few years later or so, and the princess is just like saying just like how easy she has it now. She can just like make everyone do whatever she wants. and you know, she's just like saying, like, basically being a spoiled brat. You know, she just like as she's like going through the city, there are like guards chasing her, as they're just like shouting like, we need you back at the castle, princess. And then the princess will sing, no.
No. Come right
gonna
back.
Kinda lean over a little bit and nudge Robin and like point, like, oh my god, that's you. It's you.
And this time, Robin's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. She's kind of shielding up her eyes, like, I can't believe this.
At one point, just like, you know, you see play just like what seems to be like the princess with her childhood best friend, and they're having fun and whatnot. But she's just like, after a while the princess just starts to get uninterested and whatnot. Which kind of leaves the childhood friend just like growing distant from her. As she got older, she began to just like still definitely a brat, but she's still like kind of just like forced to go through her boring activities and whatnot, and you can see just like she hates every moment of it. It gets to a point. Oh. Yeah, I'm making sure. Okay, yep. It gets to a point where she has an argument with her dad. And the two of them start a yelling match at each other. Until eventually one night, using her, bed sheet, she ties up a rope to go down the balcony. As she climbs down that, and she runs off into the distance, never to be seen again.
Oh.
Until now, as the spotlight shines on Robin herself.
Something tells me something got lost in translation, because that's not what happened.
Firth is just gonna applaud really, really intently. Like, yeah!
Robin just kind of leans to her dad and just says, "We need to talk later."
And he's just gonna look at you and just like, I'm sorry, I had issues. I didn't think this would be playing today.
Because from what I know, you kind of fabricated some stuff here.
I was going through a lot of grief at the time.
Okay.
He's just gonna like look very like sad and guilty, and he's just gonna do a little like he's gonna just like start touching his fingers together. As he know he fucked up.
Because from what Mirabelle told Robin, she had taken her. She didn't run away. So, and on top of that, this is not in the game, by the way. Mirabelle had told Robin, I had taken you away from here, and I had actually spoken with the king that you had this gift, but he didn't want to accept it. He could, because he didn't see anything, and that's why Mirabelle took Robin.
Okay, I'll remember that. Yeah, I mean, it was totally intentional that the play was like this, and not me going off of just loose memory of what we talked about before.
It's perfectly fine. This is just the king's, tale to make sure nobody got up in arms looking for somebody. But after that, Robin just stands up and says, kind of shakily waves her hand.
Like, yeah, like, give it up for Alyssa! She finally came back! She finally saw the error of her ways and returned!
She just kind of glares daggers at her.
He's just like, he kind of speaks up like, "Hey, can we not? Why, sir? You're the one that gave us this. No, stop. You told us to do this when this would happen one day. Like, no, please, please don't do this to me." And he's just like panicking or whatnot. Like, yeah, you specifically said, when I bring back my daughter, we're gonna take her here, and she's gonna learn, like, what she did wrong. And he's like, I said that a couple years ago.
There's the face. There's the face she's giving her dad right now. Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. He's just, like, groaning. God, why?
And with that, Robin thanks everybody and says, "I think we need to get to the palace. We need to have a talk."
Glad you like that.
Oh,
That's how it ends. Kind of boring. Alright then.
Let's see. We're about 3 hours, 3 minutes in. How are we feeling?
If you want to stop there, we can.
yeah. I'm good with stopping it here too. I feel like 3.5 hours, really good session, and we got to try a lot of stuff.
I want to end it on a cliffhanger.
Okay.
As just pretend this is gonna be the village. As we see, hang on. Let me get his ass. Yeah, here we go. As we see, just like, yeah.
Get his ass.
As we just like kind of just like see just like Johan just like kind of sulking out in the forest, or just kind of walking in there near the village, like fucking she needs to just like she needs to like, God, like, I know what I want. I know what I want. She clearly does it if she ran away from all of it. Like, yeah, this is her fault. It's fucking, like, I know exactly what I want. Who's she to tell me what I want and what not? And he'll come across a big rock with symbols on it. Well, at the very least, I can know I can know what this is gonna be. I feel like I finally got an understanding of this concealment rune placed on it. As he's going to start using his magic, as the runes on the rock begin to glow. Or they slowly start to disappear. And the rock breaks apart. Yeah, where is it? Here we are. Out of the rock is a small 9-tailed cat. As they are just like on the ground before they slowly wake up. How long have I been asleep for? 1,000 years? Maybe more than that? I do have a crick in my neck, and Oh, that's better. That's so much better. Oh man, you had no idea how much I wanted to take care of that. Why, hello there, young man. I thank you so much for freeing me. And he's gonna look disappointed, like, oh, that's it? Just a small creature, that's all that was in there? Yeah, what a waste of time. And he's about to walk away before he suddenly, like, starts groaning and grabs his head. Like, what's going on? All the while, the creature behind him, their eyes begin glowing, like, now. I know time has passed, but you didn't forget who your master was, did you, Lucretia?
Uh-oh.
Yes. I will build up my forces here. Yeah, just take back what you guys took from me so long ago. You know, make up for lost time. No one is going to stop me. And we're gonna end it there. You guys get a Fabula point.
Oh.
Oh no, Johan! God!
Oh no, how terrible. What's gonna happen to Johan? And not everyone else in the Kingdom of Wanda. You know, there's a new village nearby that is very much open for grabs.
You know, this part makes me think of another meme. Give me a sec. I'll find it. Here it is. I found it. You're gonna love this. Be sure to share it with everybody.
Hang on. Hang on. This is accurate. This is so accurate.
The smell of catnip awakens an ancient evil.
Yes, that's the magic that Johan used. Catnip.
Of course, the famous catnip stone. How did I forget that?
How else were they gonna be able to seal the creature away? With catnip, of course. It took catnip to get them back out.
10,000 years and all they wanted was catnip.
Boy.
It doesn't grow in the snow.
Well,
you know?
yeah, that was the session. Thank you guys so much. We actually covered a lot of, like, plot threads and whatnot. With, like, Robin and Fierce and Hanpan.
Hanpan really surprised me. God, you did very well on that.
Hope you're satisfied with that too, Hoshi.
I am. I like that.
So now we know that Hanpan used to be human.
And the reason he's a rat is because of Fierce.
Good job, Fierce.
Fierce and their want for cute things.
Oh, well.
Alright, let's see, who do we wanna raid? Oh, is he still streaming?
Sorry, excuse me. Oh god, do I have any water?
Let's see. I see Renee streaming. They're playing Fortnite.
Oh wow, yeah, Trixie, that's such a good idea.
You can send it over to him. I don't mind.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. To give everyone a passing remark on my side, don't waken the ancient evil. Just let it sleep. It'll wake up on its own. And it'll beg for food later. I think everyone knows this.
No, if I throw my cats off of me while they're sleeping, they will just start to beg for something.
Mom.
Exactly.
Mom.
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 I'm so sad now, Mom.
Food, please. Food, please, Mama.
I woke up thanks to you.
And we're gonna faint if we don't have food.
Watching
the
Renee
skunk boy.
stream.
Stick the skunk boy in a maid outfit. Those are good words.
Yes. Alright.
Put him in there and don't let him out.
You all have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Back in third. Oh my god. Second.